The Box Chronicles are back, and yes, the Box Sleeper is complete. The quest for 1,000 brake horsepower is well and truly on its way. But before we get there, it's been a drama-filled journey to get us to where we are today.
I think the turbo's literally exploded.
But we've made it. Through trials and tribulations.
I think I've recovered inside my pants.
Smoke and fires, like a phoenix, the Box has risen again. Today, we reveal to you the Box version 2, with a new setup that will see us well on our way to our 1,000 bhp power goal, thus creating a Box Super Sleeper. But with all the issues we encountered before, just to get to 500 brake horsepower, it's not going to be easy. During the Box's strip down and new forged engine build, the guys at VARATECNIK found the cause of the smoke. And how the engine didn't explode, God only knows, because it's bad. Holy moly, is that zooming in? But before we show you that, for the best in universal premium ester-containing engine oils and fuel additives for both petrol and diesel engines, check the links down below in the description. Officially gassed, powered by MANNOL. Fireman Sanj.
How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
It has been a little while. You look tired. You look worn out.
You've worn me out.
The car is finally ready. It is a good day today. Although it looks completely the same, a box, a sleeper, it's been completely transformed under the bonnet, right?
It has, yes. Are you ready for this?
I think I'm ready, bro.
Ready?
Ready? First sight.
Yeah.
It doesn't look a million times different. We used to have a big intake over the top,
yes,
right?
we did. And then you supplied me the Wuhan Special Inlet Manifold, which is here.
Okay, cool. So the old plastic intake, essentially, people say they'll only take 19 PSI, right?
What did we push ours to, John?
28.
So it didn't
28 PSI, so that myth busted. However, I think for reliability in the long term, we needed a steel one, right? And obviously being a box budget series, I went for the most Wuhan, darkest depths of China one I could find.
You did, yes.
How did it fit?
Not very well. It didn't fit. It didn't have any holes in it. We had to make the holes. We've changed the fuel system as well.
Fuel system, okay. Shout out to Gravitune too, because you can see we're rocking it loud and proud. He's actually been quite a help when it comes to my R32 that one day will arise, maybe, if we're all lucky. But essentially, so we got a fuel system, big fuel system, like what's the fuel system set up?
Well, what we've got is a Cytec race pump inside the tank. Okay. Gravitune has supplied us a fuel rail, fuel pressure regulator with a fuel return. Okay. As an R32 Mark 5 or an Audi this year doesn't have a fuel return. We've done all that for you as well, so it's progressive. Sure. While John's mapping it, the fuel system behaves itself. And from that, we've got the Wosner pistons inside, Wosner rods, ACL race bearings, King race bearings on the crank, and then the head is still
stock.
Stock.
Stock. Right? So you guys have actually told me to change it, but I'm like, look, can we do this incrementally? So I haven't gave the budget for the head work, so it's stock head.
Yes, I'm a bit scared. We've got her up and running.
Yep. Oh, so she runs, she's good?
Yep, she starts, we give a little running and stuff we have.
It looks like we got a load of new exhaust work going on around.
Yes, so we've had the car kitchen himself, Alex. Okay. He's made us a custom exhaust system for you and a different screamer setup, which I'll show you in a little while. And then we've also managed to keep it so the back of the car looks absolutely standard. So we got the full exhaust system. Yep. And no one would ever know. Look at that. This is literally keeping it sleeper. So essentially, right now, we're unsure exactly what power the car makes. However, look, we want this car ideally at some point to make 1,000 brake. Now, without the head work, probably ain't gonna be there. No. It's not gonna be there. Right. But it's gonna be interesting to see how much we can do without head work, right? And see how savage it can be. Yes, and hopefully it's still intact. So essentially, whatever happens, we're gonna have a very powerful, real shitty looking sleeper. Yeah. You know, and that's what we want. We wanted to keep it like this. Okay, hold on. Right now is a good time to stop and just say there is nothing budget about this car anymore. You would have seen all the recent modifications that we've put into this car, and by no means has it been cheap. Although I have still pushed for the guys at VARATECNIK to cut corners where they can, there's still things you cannot escape spending proper money on. And I think if this car makes it off the dyno safely with its new setup, it's time to do another price breakdown to see exactly where we're at. But I think it's now time to talk about what the boys from VARATECNIK actually found that was wrong with our engine when they stripped it down. Because when your car is smoking like this, and you drive it like this, oh my God, it usually does this. And I think Fireman Sanj has got something to show us. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Over here, we were quite lucky I didn't have the piston in my lap. Cylinder 6 was the low compression one.
Okay.
Chucking out oil. As you see there, the piston's broken.
Holy moly, is
Yes.
that zooming in? So essentially, the piston ring lands have broke here.
Snapped.
So this was causing all of that smoke that we would have seen on the dyno
Yes.
and then going for the first drive.
Yeah.
Essentially, was it oil bypassing into the cylinder and burning, or is it?
There was oil coming straight up and coming out of the breather system as well,
okay,
because it wasn't sealed. Also, I noticed the rod is bent, because...
Oh, the rod's bent and it's C-solid.
Yep.
And this car was still running.
Yeah, we were in it.
In fact, shout out to John Lamsley. John made 515 brake horsepower.
Yes.
When it was like this.
I don't even know how.
That is insane. But we've got two pistons
Yes,
here,
so
right?
this is cylinder 5, low compression. Remember we had low compression on 2 cylinders?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This one, the rod hasn't actually bent and it's actually freely moving.
Okay.
But if you look here, the piston's broken down here as well. Hence why low compression and the oil as well.
And what is crazy is we were essentially literally 2 cylinders down, running on 4 cylinders, and it was still moving absolutely crazy. Oh my God! Especially when you put it into race mode, right?
Yeah.
Or reverse.
Or reverse mode.
One of the two.
Yeah.
But we caught it before something exited the block, because it's strange to be in that condition and not actually...
It's not something I've ever seen for a car still to be running, and for you to do what you've done to it, and it still survived.
I don't know if it's shout out to the tuner. I don't know if it's shout out to the Audi. I don't know if it's shout out to... I don't know what it is.
I think it's a shout out to everyone.
Shout out to God.
Yeah.
Shout out to... because
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not only that, also you see the top, there's no contact with the valves or anything. There's not a
Okay.
single mark on top of the pistons.
Okay.
So essentially the head side was actually still right.
So this was the only damage
Yep.
you found when you stripped down the engine?
Yes.
Just for a recap for people, this is actually on a GTX 3582 RS Turbo, which is a Pulsar. We're on a standalone ECU, which is an Emerald ECU. So we've got a pretty decent setup. Also, massive intercooler on this.
Yes.
Yeah, so we sized up the intercooler.
Yes.
And I remember you actually called me and you was like, Jay, we're gonna have to cut a big kind of hole at the front for the intercooler.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro,
You don't want it.
I want it to be as sleeperish as possible. There's
Yeah.
a massive intercooler behind there.
But to modify a little bit at the back of the bumper
Okay.
for clearance, and it was a very tight fit.
Okay.
But we managed to make it fit and make it look absolutely original, and no one will ever know you've gone in.
Yeah. Mate, this is exactly what I wanted to see, man. This is looking absolutely epic. So a massive shout out
We
to
even
you boys.
kept your Wuhan dump valve.
Oh, we got a dump valve. There we go, boys. All right, cool. So we've got a new exhaust.
Yep.
We've got a fully forged engine. We've got the Wuhan dump valve. Bro, you need to start this up. Let us hear it rumble for the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah, just start her up.
All right.
Start her up. Okay.
So it is a bit louder than a stock exhaust.
Yeah.
Quite a bit louder to be fair, but it looks
It's
like you
over
want
nice
it.
though. It's nice and quiet.
Yeah.
You go around the front end.
Yeah.
Look at all the gauges, boys. Look at that. The glove box is open. Stealth gauge setup. Oh, mate, she's quiet.
Yeah, she actually sounds really well.
Yeah, boy. All right, do this. Close her up. There we go.
There we go.
Hop in there. Just give us a few revs. Give us a tickle.
Light revs.
All right, just a few light revs to begin with. Oh, man. Bro, that sounds 10-10. Give us a few more. Oh, mate, that sounds beautiful. All right, now do me a favor. Open the valve. Give us a couple of revs. Jesus Christ. I hear that valve. I think that valve might be on its last legs, to tell the truth. A bit rattly. Bro, is launch control still mapped in on this?
Yeah, remember taking it off. Why?
Give us the launch control. Give us the launch control, Sanjay. Alright, close that flap because it sounds like it's running on 2 cylinders again. There we go, yeah. I think our flap needs adjustment.
Yeah.
It's not the first time.
Your flap's a bit worn.
The flaps are a bit wonky.
A bit worn.
A bit worn. So, with the new exhaust setup, we've been talking about how special it looks and everything like that, but how sleeper it looks.
Yeah.
Can we throw it in the air just to have a good look at
Oh
what's
yeah, I
been
definitely
done?
want to show you
Yeah?
this. It's amazing.
All right, let's get it in the air.
Okay. Right. This is your bigger boost pipes here with the bigger intercooler. As you can see how tight it was We had to do a bit of trimming and a bit of modification for you. We even managed to reuse your Chinese clamps.
Lovely.
So far, they've been all right.
So far, so good.
Let's see. It's very, very tight.
And then it's so mad that you've got a massive intercooler just hidden behind here. This is what it's about. It's about stealth and it's about making things work, bro.
And making it work. Then we've got the beautiful exhaust system done by the car kitchen, Alex.
Yes.
So he's done a lovely downpipe here.
Yep.
He's V-banded everything for us, all the way front to back. He's redone the screamer and put it down to here. Incorporated your little valve in there for you still.
Mate, I've got to stop you and say, just looking close at these welds and everything like this, and it's a proper nice job.
Nice,
do you know what, right? We spent a little bit of money on this, yeah? Yeah. We've got what we paid for, do you know what I mean?
And I do think it's money well spent. I know you wanted to keep it a bit like a budget, but this is something we had to do.
This is something you guys egged me on to do, and I was like, look, I want to keep it as sleeper as possible.
Yes.
Hence why you guys kind of adapted the old tips basically to make it look like it doesn't have an exhaust. However, we got the flow of
everything.
you know what I mean?
We put another new back box in here.
Epic.
It has. It's all V-banded. We made it come nice and tight as we can around here.
Yeah, this is mad. It's crazy.
Alex is pulling his hair out a little bit, but he really wanted the tailpipes to look stock.
Yeah.
So he's done it in a way, they've even stepped back and they look absolutely perfect.
That is crazy, isn't it, guys? Literally from the ground, that just looks like the standard exhaust. These are literally the old tips, just reused. But if you look a little bit deeper, you see a properly high-flowing exhaust all set up under here and done very, very well. And still incorporated is our Chinese valve that sounds a little bit rattly, so I don't know how much longer that is gonna be in use, to tell the truth. What a build, you know, it's a sleeper build, it's pretty much ready. It's got all the ingredients that, you know, someone would pretty much put on a car they take pride in. These are the bits I'd prefer to spend my money on than trying to make this look nice, you know what I mean? And it's about catching people by surprise. It's about pulling up in something that should never be, that we've created that is.
Well, according to anyone else, this is just normal A3.
It's an A3, it's an A3. The next step is obviously mapping.
Yes. We'll run it a bit more on the dyno. John will go for the mapping side. I'm a bit dubious to keep the power slightly lower than what you want, because of obviously the head side. But I know what you like.
Yep.
And you're going to be like, no, ramp it up.
Turn her right up.
So I'm pretty sure John will turn her up for you.
Do whatever you want. Culture.
Full of culture!
Make sure on the day I just bring a spare pair of pants, I suppose.
That is the long-awaited update you've all been waiting for. We have not forgotten about the Box Chronicle and the Box Sleeper. Here is the evidence that we have put the work in. Should I say, the boys have put the work in. I've just been the devil on their shoulder, to tell the truth, probably trying to cut corners more than anything, but saying more power to get it to where it is now. And as you see, we are ready to go. So on the next video, we are gonna start sending it on our quest for 1,000 brake horsepower. As I say, we're not sure what kind of power it's gonna make. We're all gonna find out together. Hopefully, it stays in one piece.
I think you put the Blue Devil.
Yep.
666 for me is perfect.
Whatever it makes, if it's up there, you know, 600-700 brake, that's got to be a crazy car, right?
Then we've got a good base.
Yeah, but you know me. If it will do any more, we'll take what it will give us. Smash that subscribe button. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. The next video is going to be the action-packed one, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, massive shout out to VARATECNIK. Once again, thank you so much. I'll leave links down below to these boys. As you see, they've got some amazing builds going on. They don't in fact, they don't build boxes unless I pull up and take, you know what I mean? So check them out, see what they can do for you. And yeah, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.